Western head of the business, and he says, I need somebody outstanding and top of the line. I've not been able to recruit somebody. I said, I got just the right guy for you. I called over to this guy. I said, I have told him that you're a manager. He said, sir, I'm a clerk, sir. I'm only an assistant. He said, no more. You're now a manager. You're now going and handling the West. He said, you think I can? He said, of course you can. If you think you can, go. Then I asked him gently, he said, Mahi, can you speak a word of Hindi? He said, sir, that's the only thing I don't know, sir. So I said, hey, Hindi, yeah, I think that's the first thing you got to do, learn a little bit of Hindi. He went to Bombay, people loved him. He moved from strength to strength. I met Mahi about a month ago when I went to Bangalore. Mahi, of course, worked with me for a few other companies as well before he finally left me to join another company. He works with a company called Hewlett-Packard, HP. Many of you may know this. He also happens to have the distinction of being the top 1 percentile performer in the world. 4 years on top. I asked him when he was, why it took a long time? He said, I was in Bali. What were you doing in Bali? He said, they call all the people who do a good job. And I said, how did they choose you? He said, sir, you do not know what a terrible company this is. They chose me 4 times. What is Mahi? Mahi is the Director of Human Resources for Hewlett-Packard. And he's one of the global leaders doing an outstanding job. Why do I say this? I say this because I truly believe if you need to have people on your team, you need to have people who have the passion. Forget all this XLRI business. And that's why I always believe it's talent that is required. We do an outstanding job of distilling the talent and bringing them and have them join institutions of learning such as ours. We do a fantastic job, but that itself is not enough. As leaders, all we need to do is get people of the kind that Mahi is. One last question. Yes, ma'am.
So you spoke about how leadership is about leading from the front. And you also spoke about how important it is for you to know your people.
Yes.
So how do you strike a balance between both, like leading from the front and know your people as well?
Leading from the front and leading and knowing your people, they are not different. When you say lead from the front, you got to show and tell. When you got to know the people, it's about an investment that you make. When you're leading from the front, it's not like you got to have your eyes only in front. You got to lead from the front. But let me qualify this. Thank you so much for saying this. You got to lead from the front with your eyes right behind. Looking at your people at one end. But remember, I told you about 2 things that you got to look at. One, you got to lead from the front of the business. You got to lead from the front for your people as well. I just think this is so vital. You have to know your people and you have to know what they are good at. Don't keep looking at anybody and saying, you cannot do this, you cannot do this, you're lousy in this, I got a poor handwriting, I know it. And that's the reason why I started to type recently. Isn't it? That's all that we can do. I'm sure that we could continue for some time. I know that we are on top of the hour. I can only tell you one thing. I keep meeting a lot of people. I keep meeting a lot of students. I keep meeting a lot of professional managers in the room. I cannot tell you, the energy that I always see at Excel is something which is so distinct. It really feels fantastic. Thank you for sparing your time. By the way, this is an XLRI tie.
Wow. Right. Thank you, sir. Now, invite Sandeep to offer the vote of thanks.
I wrote something down. I'm sure I'll not read it from there. We were asked to appreciate each other, but I realize that it is difficult to express gratitude. So thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and coming to us, sparing time out of your busy schedule, and letting us know what leadership actually is. We keep hearing about leadership, it is the buzzword of the day. but it is a term which is very difficult to realize. Today is a milestone, is a stepping stone for us, and it's a big leap for all of us to understand what leadership really is. I took out a very important lesson from today. I hope everybody in this room did. Okay? So again, a big round of applause for Mr. S.V. Nathan. So formally, I have to deliver the vote of thanks. Honorable Chief Guest for today's leadership series, Mr. S.V. Nathan, I would like to thank you on behalf of the XLRI fraternity. Thank you so much for coming here and talking to us and sharing your thoughts. I'd also like to thank our respected faculty members who are with us, who have been us, who have supported us. I'd like to thank all our batchmates, the entire XLRI student fraternity who is here today. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to this event and participating actively and making it a success. Thank you so much. And at the end of the day, I would like to thank the XLRI Leadership Committee. They've really put in a lot of hard work, so big round of applause for them. I'm still awestruck, my hands are still shaking. It was an awesome event. Thank you so much. I would request Professor Bagchi to present the memento to Mr. S.V. Nathan as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir.
I'm just reading a sentence out here that says, for the greater good. We started by saying, if you have to be a good leader, you've got to be a true man. You've got to be a true woman. You've got to be a person of great character. I have not known of any exceller who's ever done anything wrong in the business or in the industry. We've never heard of anybody like that. That's what this institution is. For the greater good. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.